Our kids have things to say, and we live in a generation where parents are so distracted. Their job, social media, their phone, their computers. And it's so important for you to be present with your kids and to talk to them and to see what is important to their world. And they long for that more than material things and toys, just the interaction with their parents so they know that you're listening and that you're there and that you're present. And just to see into their world.
I was just, go ahead, Pastor, go ahead.
And this story is in the book. My family grew up in Italy when it was occupied by the Nazis, and my grandparents were murdered by the Nazis. And so I always wanted to know about my parents' background, and they never kind of, talked to us about it. And until later in life, but it intrigued me what they went through. And I know it's like those stories that they had of their life and what they went through. I believe if they had talked to me more when I was younger, it would have caused me to have maybe a greater appreciation for them, greater understanding.
What they went through.
Yeah, what they went through, and especially appreciation that my mom was an orphan on the streets of Italy. Her parents were killed, and she was starving, eating grass to live. And I wish they had talked to me more when I was younger, because I think I would have had a greater appreciation for them as as my parents. And so I think parents need to find time to just talk with their kids. And your kids have a lot of stuff that they want to talk about, and maybe they're afraid to say things. You need to give them time so that they can open up. Like, what's their day at school going? Like, what's happening at school with them? Are they being bullied? How do you know what's happening unless you sit down and talk to them? So kids want your time more than anything else. They want your time.
Hey there, you just listened to an excerpt. That's a little bit of the podcast. So if you want to get the whole thing, because there's a lot more content there, go to lancewallnut.com/podcast. And instead of getting an excerpt, you get the entire message.